go Octopus's Garden.
Like, I already spoiled it.
Okay. Okay. Great, thanks.
Whenever my dad and I were in Vegas, we went and saw. Oh, I forgot to Okay, that works. We went and saw a Beatles-themed Cirque du Soleil show.
I see what
And they did that song in like Strawberry Fields, and it's obviously supposed to be very like psychedelic.
Yeah.
And he goes, "They definitely weren't on drugs writing these songs, were they?" like, no, definitely
not. No, they weren't on nothing.
It's definitely the writings of sober men.
Oh,
for
sure. So true.
Anyways, hello.
And welcome back
to World Class Athlete.
It's a gloomy day here in Fayetteville.
Yeah, it's been a week of it.
It's been bad.
Fog warnings literally every day.
The fog was not terrible Tuesday.
Yeah. I was like driving home Monday and it was really bad that night. It was like I'd gone to the store and was coming back through campus and it was just like you couldn't see 20 feet in front of you.
I was walking for our crew like monthly meeting. We had to move rooms because there's a class in the one we normally have in the Reynolds building. So we were going to the Union, but Union doesn't allow you to bring outside food. And so for our meeting, because they feed us, because we won't come if they don't feed us, we were in Walker. And then we had to like walk over the Union. It was all dark and foggy. And I was like, this is how every episode of Criminal Minds starts. I was like, this is going to be terrible. I'm going to die. Anyways.
Yeah, no, it's been not good.
That or get hit by a car because they can't see me.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, so true.
No, the other part too is that it makes, even though it's so cold, it makes it so humid.
Oh.
Like today, it was only, 47? And I'm walking to class sweating. And I'm like,
it's...
okay, but I'm cold right now. I shouldn't be.
And my hair's
and it's
poofing up.
And it sticks to your forehead.
It's bad.
And it was bad enough again that it was making my eyes water. So I was like, this is just not good.
I know I made fun of you for your eyes watering the other day. But 2 days ago, my left eye was I was crying.
Yeah.
But I wasn't outside. It just everywhere, anywhere, and
if
it was
my
just
allergies
crying.
are bad enough, that happens. Like I'll wake up and for just like 20 minutes, my eyes water.
That's what I thought it was. But I was like, how can my allergies be acting up? Everything is dead. What is there to be allergic to right now?
Mine were bad last week, so I don't know what's going on.
Me neither. But I was crying. Only out of my left eye, though.
Pine pollen, probably.
It was kind of embarrassing, though. I'd just be, like, in class taking notes, and there's just tears.
Like wiping your eyes.
Tears coming out.
Yeah, I yawned the other day in class, and then sometimes, your eyes water when you do that. And I, made eye contact with the professor as I wiped my eye. I hope she doesn't think I'm, trying, not just sad girl in here.
I know. My retail strategy professor is like, wow, talking about product displays really getting all choked up.
You're like, no, I promise. It's not.
I'm normal, I swear.
Yeah. I don't know why. That just made me think of, for some reason, I saw this TikTok. This girl was, writing out her class schedule this semester.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
No.
She was, showing off her, aesthetic chalkboard that she does every semester. But she had the craziest blend of classes. She was technically, a sports marketing or something.
Yeah.
Was her, but she was taking, Swahili, calligraphy, and, operations management, and issues in sport or something like that.
Only 2 of those sound related to her major.
Yeah. And, one other one. But it was, Swahili was every single day. The operations management was, 4 times a week. It was the weirdest schedule I've ever seen in my life.
4 times a week?
Yeah. It was obviously a different school. It was, in Iowa or something.
Yes.
Maybe I can find it. It was just, the weirdest blend of classes that I've ever seen. But if you want to start with your mic while I find that, go for it.
My mic is a Beatles CD that I got before I got my new car, but now my new car doesn't have a CD player, and so it's a bit redundant to have this at the moment. But it was only $1 from Goodwill, so
nice.
It was okay.
This girl.
You find it?
Yes. Oh, financial accounting was her.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll show the whole thing at the end. She has nice handwriting, so
Yeah,
obviously
I know.
calligraphy is working.
I mean, it's a fun elective.
I wish we had a calligraphy class. I looked it up in the UART courses. No. Sad. Okay, here we go. Contemporary issues in sport.
Sounds on par for sports management.
Swahili. Mm-hmm. Operations management, financial accounting. So maybe she's accounting.
Sure.
Swahili again.
Well, yeah.
And calligraphy from 6:30 to 9 p.m.
That's a long class.
At that point, it's not even worth it. But it is a once a week. So that would make sense why it's long.
Yeah,
but at what cost?
Your hands cramping.
Sorry, girl. On a Tuesday night, I don't think I want to be in class till 9 p.m. personally.
No.
And then on Wednesdays, contemporary issue in sports, and immediately after, contemporary issues in sports discussion. So I assume that's like a SI or like a drill,
something like that.
Swahili. And operation management discussion. And then operations management, financial accounting, Swahili. And then financial accounting discussion, and then foundations for success in business.
Oh, wow.
On asynchronous. This is at University of Iowa.
They're teaching Swahili in Iowa?
Apparently so. What in the heck?
I mean, pop off.
This girl's practicing her Roman lettering with the sentence, big juicy steak sizzled. In a something, 5 workmen left the quarry. My help squeeze. Obviously, this begin again. Clearly, this isn't a real sentence, but all right. There's just, okay. That girl is perplexing, actually. So there you go.
Wow, all my classes are marketing or management.
Yeah, mine are.
I'm not diversifying the schedule at all.
XI related.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah. Anyways, so I'll do my mic now. It says Coach Musselman in bobblehead form. We got these at the game last weekend. He's standing on a little Arkansas. Let's see that. And it's honestly pretty detailed. It's got a little Razorback logo on his shirt and a little stripe. You can probably hear the rattling in the mic. His head does bobble, as indicated by the term bobblehead.
Being a bobblehead, yeah.
His shoes say Arkansas on them, just like his real shoes in real life. He's even got belt loops.
I was just about to say, they did put
although it's weird that his belt loops are red on a black pair of pants. But you
wanted you to know that they put belt loops on it.
Some contrast. Yeah. And then it says Coach Muss on there. His eyes are a little creepy. I don't think I've ever... I'm bad. I'm not one of those people that notices other people's eye color.
No, eyes are eyes.
Which, like, some people are like, that's the first thing I notice in a person. I'm like, really? Not like the rest of their face or anything other than that. But these blue eyes are...
I think noticing people's eye color is such a, like, blue eye person trait.
Even... Because, like, I got blue eyes.
All the people who, like, make their blue eyes their personality will notice other people's eyes. You will never see a brown-eyed person be like, oh, the first thing I notice, their eyes.
Have I told you the Jason Earls story?
No.
So I met him one time.
Oh, yeah?
First of all, what color are his eyes? No idea.
I couldn't tell you.
They might be blue, which would fit this theory. Yes. Okay. So this fits the theory. So he's 46 years old now. I met him when I was 8.
How did you meet him?
Okay, so back in the day, they don't really do this anymore, but when I was a kid, Walmart used to bring in different celebrities all the time to do meet and greets at Sam's.
Oh, yes. They do that sometimes with athletes from here.
Yeah.
We'll go back.
But it was like, they would set up like a whole section in the middle of Sam's, and like you would take a picture, you'd like meet someone or have like, be like a book signing or whatever. And it was pretty common. They like brought Johnny Depp one time. They brought the Sprouse twins one time.
That'd be pretty cool, yeah.
I didn't get to go to that one. I was, I think, out of town for a swim meet because I was still swimming at the time. And like, because like one of my friends went for her birthday party. Oh, yeah. She like took the whole party to meet the Sprouse twins, which is so 2008 or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe even 7.
Good times, though.
Yeah, so like, they would just do this constantly. I don't know why they stopped, because they stopped even before COVID. I don't know if it was a safety thing. I don't know. And so now they don't really do it. I wish they did. It would just be so funny just for them to bring in, like, I don't even know who.
I would go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I would go.
No, and maybe, like I said, it was a safety thing. It was hard, like, if big crowds. Because, I mean, when you bring someone like Johnny Depp, like...
You're going to get a big crowd.
Line's going to be out the door. Oh, right. And that one actually was at the Walmart in Bentonville, which is, like, a huge... Yeah. Have you been in that Walmart?
I've driven past it.
It's massive.
Yeah.
It's bigger than, like, the one by the mall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, so it was, like, a whole thing. And one time Jason Earls came when Hannah Montana was still on.
Right.
And, like... how many years has it been since 2008? 16?
Many.
Right? 24 minus 8 is 16, yes. Yeah. I was like, 24 is a multiple of 8, right? Okay, so 46 minus 16. He was 30 years old.
All right.
And I was 8. And I go...
Great start.
I go up to meet him. I mean, it's not that bad. It was definitely like a dad energy kind of thing. Okay. I think from him, it just, like, is a funny thing to reflect on now. He... they gave you a headshot of him that was signed. I have no idea where this headshot is. I don't know where the picture framed. I need to ask my mom if she knows, because it's probably in, like, an old picture, like, photo album somewhere upstairs. But then he was, like, talking to me. I specifically remember what I was wearing because I thought I was so cool back then. It was when tunics were all the rage.
No.
It was like this blue kind of like marble, almost 70s vibe. It was like blue and white and green marble. Yeah. And then I think I was wearing like white like cropped leggings, like what's that length called?
Capris.
Capri, yes, like white capri leggings. And he like bent down to talk to me, which he was already pretty short. He's actually very much a short king. He's only like 5'4" or 5'6" or something like that.
Well, yeah, that's why he played like a 16-year-old for like 5,000 years.
But I too am short, so he had to bend down a little bit, and he looked at me, and I will never forget. He was like, "You have the most beautiful blue eyes I've ever seen." And I was like, "Thank you, Jason Earls." Thank you, Jackson.
Literally.
It was just like one of those things that sticks out in your brain.
And it's a core memory. Right?
Yeah. Because it's just the weird, like, of all the things he could have said. I mean, it was very nice. And I felt very like, wow, I'm so cool.
Right.
But
I'm telling you, it's a blue-eyed
It's
thing.
just the funniest thing for him to say that. I don't know. So I forget that it happened, and then something will trigger that memory, and all of a sudden I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that."
I'm just saying that blue-eyed people notice eyes first because typically they want people to notice their eyes, and I think other people eyes are not the first trait on a person's face that they're looking at. Yeah,
I just think people are like, "Oh yeah, I love eyes. Like that's my favorite feature about a person." I'm like, really? Like
eyes are eyes. I'm just hoping I marry someone with 20/20 vision so my kid has a chance.
Yeah, I don't really care what color their eyes are. Like, I think green eyes are cool because they're rare. Yeah. Like my mom has green eyes. I think that's cool. Yeah. But that's just a fact I know about her. It's not like something I had to notice.
Right. It doesn't matter. I got brown eyes. My kid's most likely popping out with brown eyes. Poor thing, you know? You've got an advantage though. Yeah. Because you don't need sunglasses as badly as I thought that, and then
I mean, you still do need them so that you don't get cataracts, and that sunglasses are very important for preventing cataract.
I was wearing sunglasses.
Yeah. It just didn't work. Yeah, that was kind of its own thing. Yeah. I feel like that was... But in general, brown-eyed people...
Yes, in a survival of the fittest kind of way.
On a bright, sunny day, I'm down for the count.
Yeah. You are, in fact, not coming.
Like when it was snowy and white, and then the clouds went away and it was really sunny, but there was still just white on the ground, I was like squinting out the window.
You're just... not having a good time.
Yeah, no. God put me at a little bit of a disadvantage that way. It's that plus the left-handedness.
Yeah, you really...
Oh, yeah, I realized to this week, the Old Main does not have any left-handed desks actually at all. So I still sit by the window now.
Yeah.
So I've been getting there early this week.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo. But I have to put out the little right-handed desk and then turn to the side. And I don't open my laptop just so I have more space to write with. I only open it if I'm not paying attention to the lecture and have to go back in the slides.
Yeah.
And then I have to write like this.
Why don't you just type your notes?
It doesn't work for my brain. They don't stick if I do that. I have to handwrite them.
That is unfortunate because typing would solve the whole.
I'm also not a fast typer.
Oh. You never played dance mat typing as a kid?
No. We had to, they tried to teach us they made us play a typing game.
Yeah, in school?
In elementary school for a while, and it just did not
Did you have the little keyboard covers so you couldn't see what you were doing?
No, I never got that advanced.
We had.
I mean, to an extent, I can type without looking, but I do have to look a lot.
We'd play dance mat typing, so a typing game.
Yeah.
And we would put these little covers over the keyboard so we couldn't see our hands or the keys. Mm-hmm. And they were like, it's so you can type without looking. And they were like, if you watch your teachers, you'll notice that all your teachers do that. That's what you need to do. Well, I would go watch my teachers, and all of them are looking at what they're typing.
Yeah, no. There was a guy in my grade, though. It was we were still at the old. So my elementary school ended up moving buildings, in 5th grade. So we were still at the old one. It was, I don't know what my mom's calling. I'll call her back later. It was probably 3rd grade.
Right.
And he was like, oh yeah, I'm typing I don't even remember how many words per minute, a lot. And the teachers were like, are you sure? He was like, yeah.
Teachers really said,
I was over here 60 words per minute. Yeah, no. I know where the hands go. I can kind of do it, but generally I have to look.
My typing is not the greatest, and I am glad that women can be more than just secretaries, because I would fail if the only job that women got were secretaries, because my typing is not good.
I'm not, was not meant for that world. I do sometimes wish I could be an office manager, though, because every time I see one on TikTok or people talking about it, it seems like the most fun job, because they're oh yeah, I just restock the fridge and schedule things for people and do all this stuff, and everyone loves me because I give them snacks. Right. And I get good pay. And I'm like, okay, that kind of sounds fun, but the typing part would knock me out.
Yeah, I would just not be. They'd be like, hey, jump in this meeting with us. We just need someone to take notes. And I'd be not being able to keep up. Wouldn't work. That mixed in with the dyslexia, we're not getting very far.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also the little ADHD-induced dyslexia, too, for me. Mm. I was thinking today about... I don't know why I was thinking about this. It popped in my brain, how sometimes for sobriety tests, they'll ask people to do the alphabet backwards. And I can't. I was trying to do it in my head as I was walking, and I was I would fail. I would have to be can you give me another cognitive test?
I was just not happy.
I'll ace a balance test.
Yeah, make me walk in a straight line.
Yeah, but no.
Oh, don't make me spell nothing.
I got ZYX, and that's as far as I can get.
Unless you want me to have to sing the alphabet forward to name the next letter.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
It's not working.
I don't know why that ever became one, because I don't know many people who can do it.
No, and I feel it's just not something you do naturally. It's something you have to practice. No, yeah. Such nerds. So you're telling me that all these police officers can, and they're going to know if I get it right or not?
Yeah, really. Mm-mm. Anyways, songs?
Yes. So, from off this CD, my song is Octopus's Garden, which, as we were discussing before, songs are on that one? Back to the USSR. Mm-hmm. It's some good ones.
My favorite Beatles song is Yellow Submarine.
That is my favorite.
My dad had a mixtape of songs that he pirated. Because you could do that back in the day very easily onto a CD. And it had Yellow Submarine, and it was
Yellow Submarine is my favorite Beatles song.
I would ask him to play the Beatles, and that only meant Yellow Submarine. He would be playing a different song. I'd be like, this isn't the Beatles.
No, wrong.
Play the Beatles that I know. Anyways, go on.
The one song. But yes, I think Octopus's Garden, we were talking about that before, on how they definitely were not on drugs when they made some of these songs.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Strawberry Fields, definitely about just strawberries.
Oh, of course.
Being in fields.
Oh, yeah. So true.
Anyways, my song, I do have one today.
There you go.
Is Gasoline by Haim featuring Taylor Swift. Because I found a playlist the other day that was called Featuring Taylor Swift, and it's just songs that she's been featured in.
Right.
Very good song.
Yeah.
Sad that my concert won't have them opening because it'd be cool to. I don't think they sing that one in their set because she would feel like we would have seen that. But in general, I was hoping they would open just to hear I Think He Did It.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been enjoying that song.
Good.
There's a lot of, in this playlist, there were some I didn't realize she featured on this one, Both of Us by Bob, B.O.B.
Oh, yeah.
That was a new one. It was made in 2009
that one,
or something.
Once.
Yeah. Highway Don't Care with Tim McGraw and Keith Urban.
I have not heard it with Keith Urban.
Not too bad, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
it just seems like a lot of voices on.
Yeah, no, for sure. Babe by Sugarland, I had heard that one.
Yeah.
That one's a classic.
I've seen that one.
2 is Better Than 1. That was the first time. Had never heard that one. By Boys Like Girls. What a title.
Yeah, well.
What a name for a band.
So true.
But yeah, and then Renegade. Also good.
Heard that one, yeah.
But yeah, no. I do, though. I forgot that I Don't Want to Live Forever existed as a song. And now I am desperately awaiting its addition to Reputation TV.
I know that both her and Zayn are on that song, but I associate that song only with Zayn.
I mean, technically it's his song. Right. He's the lead artist on it, but
I don't...
Really?
I know it's featuring a female artist, and I know it's Taylor Swift, but when I think about it, it's Zayn and some other girl. Not Zayn and Taylor Swift.
The only reason, because I was back in the day, not a One Direction fan.
Me neither.
And I think by that point he had left the band, if I remember correctly. But whenever they dropped that song for the 50 Shades Darker, I think is what it's from, I was like, oh, Taylor Swift, I gotta hear this one.
Yeah.
One of my favorite pieces of lore about that song is from when it was, because I bought it on iTunes when it came out.
Right.
It did make me chuckle a little bit that it was only 69 cents for that song to buy it as a single.
Yeah.
And every other song on that soundtrack was a normal $2.99.
Yeah.
Except for that one, and I was like, that's iconic.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Remember when you had to buy songs? That's wild.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure no, maybe we didn't have Spotify then. It would have been kind of funny though if I bought it even though we had Spotify. But I don't think we did at the time. But yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, so Gasoline is my song.
There you go.
Anyways.
Moving right along.
Yes. What should we talk about first? Basketball, I guess.
Yeah. You want to start us off with the Ole Miss?
Yeah, they're not doing too hot.
No.
Revised the statement I made back that episode we filmed at your house where I was like, Arkansas is not bad, guys.
Yeah.
We might just be.
I don't know if we just caught the cold that football had.
Once again, to be fair, Tremont Mark was out and a bunch of guys got hurt throughout the game. People were going down left and right.
We dropped them like flies, for sure.
Yeah, it was just it was the same vibes as Lemonade Mouth whenever they're all sick and they play that one concert and
it's so bad. The drummer's fingers are broken.
Yeah, it was the same vibe as that scene.
That's such a good way to put it. That was really so wow.
Yeah.
No, that's so good. I'm impressed.
Little reference. Yeah, no, it was
comparing Arkansas basketball to Lemonade Mouth is wild.
Yeah, they could never be Bridget Mendler,
No.
Naomi Scott,
No.
Adam Hicks.
Yeah.
But, it's fine. But, yeah, no, it was just like, it was a tough watch. Even the announcers were being like, what is going on with Arkansas? And then they kept showing, because, and we'll talk about it in a second, College Game Day is coming for the first time ever to Bud Walton Arena tomorrow.
And we are not at our best. No. We are not College Game Day ready.
Yeah, no. And they were like, they kept showing a hype commercial being like, the number 6 Kentucky versus Arkansas. And like trying to show like dunk videos and like the crowd being hype. I was looking for us in the crowd, couldn't find us. But I was just like, can we stop showing this commercial now? Like, we're down by 20 points.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, no, it was just a rough day. And then all these people on Twitter like, I'm giving up on the Hogs. Which, you know what? I'm like, hey, if y'all give up, that means potentially we get to sit closer to the front.
Give up, don't come to the games.
Yeah, just like... Yeah, someone was like, that's the one thing I miss about the Chad Morris era was sitting, like, front row at football games because the line was 2 people long. And I was like, yeah, that's the only time I've ever sat on the very front row was during that era. But it's just painful to watch.
It's just
sports.
Knowing that we've had better seasons in basketball where we've been excelling and doing wonderful and great, and we're constantly ranked. And College Game Day never came to one of those.
Yeah, no.
Never came during one of those seasons.
Yeah, I feel like they should have come last year.
But now they're like...
After 2 Elite Eights in a row.
Right. And now they're like, no, we're going to go now.
Yeah.
And...
I wonder how long that's been planned. You know what I mean?
I imagine it takes some preparation.
They can't have, because like football, they always announce it like the week before.
Right.
But they always go to a game they know is going to be hyped, or like a team that's like something big happened. Like, what was it? Not this past season, but the year before, NC State won that big game. Mm-hmm. And so they like were like, oh, we're going to NC State this week.
Right.
Like, that makes sense. But this one, it seems like they planned it a while ago, and now they're kind of like, well, I guess we have to go to Arkansas now.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, the Kentucky game's always big.
Yeah.
Like, it will forever and always be big no matter how well we're doing or how not well we're doing. So I feel like they were just like, oh, where should we go? Oh, we know this game's going to be hype.
Yeah. But
joke's on them. It's not going to be as hype because we're not doing too hot.
Yeah, no,
But are we still going to get there at 8:30 in the morning for College Game Day?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Are we still going to wait in Bud Walton the
all
entire day for the game to start so we don't lose our seats?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think after this I'm going to go to Walmart and get a poster board.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like on one side, I haven't decided what I'm going to write yet. I feel like on one side, though, I have to be like, Cade, please give me back my Sharpie.
Yes.
Or like, Cade stole my Sharpie. Like, something like that. But then on the other side, I don't want to be like, say anything too
you
cocky.
Gotta be careful, yeah.
So I was like, I don't know if it's just like welcome to the palace or something.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I don't know.
I feel like that's safe. Yeah. That's a good one.
Because, they're at the Duke game, the person did like the party like it's 1994.
Right.
Like that one was cool.
Right.
It was chill. It wasn't like if the game went either way.
Right. It was a safe sign.
Yeah. It wasn't an embarrassing one.
Right. She can keep it. It's all good. Yeah.
So I don't know yet. But yeah, it'll be interesting. They have a lot of trailers over. Have you driven by Bud Walton this week?
Yeah,
They've got like 6 trailers out there.
I know.
And I like didn't even process when I drove by the other day that that's what it was for. I was just like, what the heck are they doing at the stadium?
Things?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, duh.
I just hope that while we wait in the arena all day, the concessions are open at least.
I feel like they've got to do. I mean, they have to do something. I'll bring some snacks.
I will be packing snacks as well.
I got some Tim Tams. Have you ever had a Tim Tam?
Like once.
Yeah, I have a box I got at Sam's, so maybe I'll stick some in my bag and we can have.
I will be bringing snacks because we will be there for ever.
I put my camera in my bag already, so
it's already prepacked.
We can take some pictures for funsies. Hopefully, get some signatures or something. Hopefully make some friends.
Yeah.
Because, like, so far none of our other friends
we need some more sporting
want
friends
to go, it doesn't sound like. Or they only want to go to the game. Like, Delaney and Hannah were like, Delaney was like, yeah, I think we're going to go to the Trader Joe's in the morning and then go to the game. And I was like,
I don't know if you're getting...
Okay, well, you might be upstairs, so we won't see you most likely.
I got a few friends that are waiting for me to tell them what time I'm getting there. And so they might join us for a minute. But so we won't be completely alone, but we're not.
Yeah. It's just, and we were talking in my class yesterday about basketball, and someone was like, and the thing is, we'll probably beat Kentucky. Like, we've beat Duke, we've beat Purdue, and, like, at the beginning of the season, and it's very possible that they know that this is such a big deal, they're going to rally and win.
Right.
But yet they can't do it any other time. Yeah. And it's crazy. People online are all like, well, this team just doesn't mesh well. Like, there's no good chemistry between them. Okay, I played sports growing up. I had teams where I could not stand some of my teammates.
Right.
But you suck it up and you play because, especially when you're in college, a lot of these guys want to go on to play professionally. Like, at that point, if you're having problems, you leave it off the court, you go play a game and win, and then you pick it up later.
It's the same thing when your teachers for, like, group projects are like, well, you're going to have to do this in the workforce, and you're going to have to work with people that are different than you. Yeah, these guys are basically just doing one big semester-long project together.
Yeah. It's like, at some point, even if you do have beef with one of your teammates, or, like, I don't know, you're jealous your bro's getting more playing time, okay, put in the work. Like, literally just, and everyone's like, well, he just keeps pulling people from the transfer portal, and they're good on paper, and they're good players at their old school, but now they can't, like, mesh together. Okay, well, you should have tried to figure out team bonding back in the summer. That's, like, all he does all summer. But yet, I don't know. It's just the weirdest thing.
These guys are at the level, like, professional athletes will bring their problems onto the field, onto the court, wherever. But that's because they're getting paid millions of dollars and they can.
Yeah.
These college guys cannot afford to have their personal problems with each other on the court.
Interfering with their game.
They're not at that level where that can happen.
If, like, you do bring it on, then you just channel that frustration into, like, playing well.
Hopefully,
like, if you're going to play angry, use that to, like,
if you're going to play angry, be good.
Yeah, like, be aggressive with the other team, not your own teammates. It's just the weirdest argument to me, and people are like, well, but, like, if you're mad at someone on your team, maybe you, like, don't pass to them, or they don't pass to you, or whatever. Okay, suck it up and do it.
Yeah.
Or if you are doing that, the coaches should be like, oh, well, if you're not going to be a team player, you're benched.
Right.
Which, unfortunately, I don't think that's what's happening with our team. I think whenever something bad happens, they kind of just, like, overlook it to try to...
Depending on the player.
Yeah,
sometimes one person does something wrong, coach pulls them the next available opportunity.
Yeah, no, not going to lie, I don't think this team is properly disciplined. Like, at all. And all these people are like, well, I keep seeing the same players on Dixon every weekend. Okay, well, that's not new. Like, last year, one of my friends was seeing, like, Ricky Council on Dixon a lot. But, like, he was balling, and he's doing pretty well now. So, obviously, I don't think Dixon on Saturday nights after a game are the problem.
No, I wouldn't. They were going out Friday night before a game? Sure.
Yeah, no, they were definitely went out last night because I heard them outside. I, like, looked outside and there was an Escalade who I don't remember whose car that is. I think, pretty sure that's whose car that is.
Yeah.
And then I saw it parked out there when I woke up this morning. Yeah, no, I, like, saw a bunch of the players congregate out here last night and then go out and didn't come back till
they're just using their First Amendment rights of assembly.
Yeah.
Know?
I was like, okay, well, y'all definitely went out last night on Thursday, but whatever. It's just
common going out night.
Yeah, it's just like they've been doing that for years.
Right.
This isn't a first time that people on the basketball team were going out and partying and drinking.
Any college athlete, really any school, minus, like, BYU. They're not. Well, maybe. Depending.
And I guess there's some athletes who are just like, no, I'm not doing that.
Right, yeah.
Joe Burrow is a prime example.
Yeah.
From what I understand, that man just didn't leave his apartment unless he was going to practice.
Honestly.
Which is so him. But
on brand.
Honestly, that would be me. I don't like leaving the house that often if I don't have to, you know?
No, I get it. I get it.
I like to be in my little sanctuary. I don't know.
Like
I have to have some mental preparation.
Oh, me too. Like when I see my friends go out, I'm like, oh, like I wish I was 21 so I could go. Like I feel a little, I get some FOMO, but I'm also kind of happy that I don't have to come up with an excuse to not go out.
Yeah.
I could just be like, oh,
I'm also
not gonna let me
I'm
in.
a planner.
Mm-hmm.
So if you text me like, hey, let's go out tonight at 5 p.m.
No.
Sorry, girl. I was already in my sweatpants an hour ago.
The latest,
not all day.
The latest you could invite me out.
It's the day before.
I was thinking a good 2:30 day of.
Yeah.
If you around that time are like, hey, a group of us, we're thinking, what would you say? By then I know the homework situation.
Yeah.
I know how I'm feeling. I could give you an answer immediately.
Mine might even be 11 a.m. I'm pretty like,
I need some advanced time.
Yeah, I need to mentally prepare myself. And if I'm not in that place and someone asks me to do something, I'm like, sorry, bestie. Like, it's going to take a lot. I'm going to have to really want.
Yeah, like
there's got to be something that's really driving me to want to hang out or like go out or whatever it is.
There needs to be a person that's in town that I'm not going to see for another 3 years that is only available that day.
Even if it's like a movie night. If someone's like, oh, you want to go see whatever at the theater? I'm like,
you have to really talk me up to go want to see something at a movie theater.
I mean, I love going to the movies and some of my friends like to go, but I like to plan those.
Yeah, I just need to like.
Plus, I want to make sure that theater's going to have enough seats that we can all sit next to each other now that you have to, like, pay for your spot.
Mm-hmm. You can't just walk up and be like, oh, 3 tickets for this, and then, like, go choose your seats.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, do you want to sit on the front row?
No.
Maybe we shouldn't have gone to a movie tonight.
Yeah, like, movies just nowadays have to be planned far in advance.
Yeah, my friends and I saw Barbenheimer. We had the tickets bought, like, 2 weeks in advance.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had to make sure we were...
I went and saw Anyone But You. With some friends. Great movie.
Was it good?
It was
I still haven't seen it. I want to.
I thought it was a really good, like, rom-coms as of late have been bad, but this one was really good. Okay. But we were buying tickets, like, day of. I obviously did not plan this, but we, like, one theater, and then we were trying to figure out who was buying what. Because, you know, movie tickets they can be pricey if you're buying multiple together, you know? Mm-hmm. And then as we were discussing who was buying what, like, those seats got bought. And so then we had to find a whole new theater. And it changed the start time just a little bit. It was a
Where'd y'all end up going?
We went to the AMC in Fiesta Square.
Never been to that theater. I've only ever been to Malco's.
Malco's where we were trying to go.
Yeah.
But it got filled up. It's not a bad theater. I mean, it's just smaller, but it wasn't bad.
The only non-Malco theater I've ever been to is in Tulsa. And it's not special anymore, but before they started doing the layout seats in like all theaters or most theaters, that was kind of like the first one. It's called the Warren Theater. That one's really nice, though, because, like, all the people that work there wear, like, suits.
Oh, yeah.
They have little white gloves. And, like, they actually have the toppings for your popcorn for free, like they used to back in the day.
See, being from the Dallas area.
Yeah.
We had, like, the Cinemark cut, you know, where you can, like, order food to your seat. Yeah. And it's, like, a meal.
Yeah.
Well, now, you know, and I miss, low-key, I miss it.
They do have one of those in Bentonville.
Yeah, but I don't want to drive all the way up to Bentonville to watch
It's a pretty small theater, too.
Yeah.
But that is a nice theater. And the one, like, in Springdale, you can order food, but you have to go pick it up.
See, no.
So you got to make sure you get to your movie early enough. Actually, I think sometimes they do deliver.
See, ours has, like a waitress comes to me.
Yeah, that's how the skylight is.
Yeah. That's what I need. Because I order it before when the previews start. It gets to me right before the movie starts. And then I don't need anything. And that way they don't have to do that, like, awkward, like, walk across everybody.
Yeah.
You know? It just works out really well. And I like the food. And I'm okay going knowing that I'm going to, like, have dinner there. So then, like, the cost is okay. Because I already, like, worked it out in my head. Girl mathed it, you know?
How did we even get here?
I don't know.
Anyways, playing Kentucky this weekend. It's going to be interesting.
I do think we will rally and hopefully play a good game.
What are we going to wear? I wish I had a shark costume so bad, but they're so expensive.
Oh, yeah. And then when we were selling them, the school was, and I still
They were?
Yeah.
I didn't know
They
that.
were still
like $40.
Expensive. I think it might have been more than that.
Oh, dang.
Maybe.
I think I'm going to have to layer. It's going to be cold.
It is.
I'm going to do
but then we're going to get so hot.
Well, that's why I got a layer. So I think I'm going to do my Shark and Saw t-shirt from last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I might honestly wear that Swaim sweatshirt from last weekend with all the hogs on it.
Oh, yeah.
But then put my jersey on top of it.
Ah, there you go.
Because I feel like it's a little eye-catching. And if you're going to be on TV,
right,
you might as well catch some eyes.
That's just so true. What else is there to do?
And then while we're in line, I'll probably have my hat on.
Yeah.
And my coat.
Yeah.
But then at least I can I'll have my bag. Hopefully I can stuff everything in there
in.
if I get hot and whatever.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll let us go onto the court.
I what are they?
Where are they gonna let people roam?
Yeah.
Can we go walk around the little museum downstairs?
Yeah.
Or go to the little store?
Yeah, or are they just gonna keep us confined?
Yeah. I gotta be able to walk around a little bit, or it's gonna be
I imagine they'll let us roam a little.
Yeah.
Right?
Can we go into the tunnels?
Yeah, can we just go see just anywhere's free game?
The undercarriage of Bud Walton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
I feel like they'll let us
8 hours.
do some stuff. I mean, they kind of like with the Duke game, they gave us some extra privileges we didn't have before.
Right. Yeah.
They had food for us, so I feel like
I'm hoping
they will provide.
I'm hoping. Arkansas is providers.
Yeah. I just gotta make sure to remember to download my ticket tonight since it'll be early tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. I feel like maybe they'll give us more pancakes on a stick or something. I don't know.
I would eat some pancakes on a stick.
They were pretty darn good.
I was in class.
I know. But anyways, so there's basketball news. How long did that? Wow.
Whoa.
Okay. Anyways, we might not even make it through all of our little points we had today.
I know.
Thought we had nothing.
For real. Okay. You got talking on movie theaters.
Which ones should we don't have to talk about this one if we don't want to.
Yeah. You want to talk about Rookie Council?
Yeah, sure.
You want to get that one out? I know it's
since we've been talking about basketball, we might as well.
Good transition.
Yeah, Rookie Council made his first real end game. Scored his real first points or whatever. The little layup. But he ended up getting 11 points and played for 12 minutes for the Sixers last night. So, good job, Ricky. We're proud of you.
I want to see if they update his, when we're watching, the slides in the basketball game where they have the pro.
Oh, yeah.
Update
it probably will.
His thing.
Because they usually update, Jalen's stats and stuff.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see.
But, yeah, Ricky actually had more time and points than Jalen this week. So, that's crazy.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I've been... After the game the other day, I did switch over to the Oklahoma City Thunder game and watch them beat the Spurs 140-114.
You had to watch a game and you're not happy.
Very good. The announcers were really confused during that game because at one point J-Dubs signed out and J. Will came in.
Yeah. And
they just kept saying Williams. But there's also Kenrich Williams.
Yeah.
And I was just like, y'all got to be a little more specific.
We got
J. Will, we got J-Dubs.
We need to start saying numbers.
We need K. Will or something for
Yeah.
Kenrich. Yeah, no, it was a little confusing. And then I think the Spurs had a Williams too. And it was just.
Yeah, that's just.
It was a whole thing. But
imagine trying to listen to that game on the radio. You're driving, you have it.
It would be so confusing.
I'd be lost.
Just imagine, though, if Auburn Jalen Williams ends up going.
Yeah.
I just, think about that often. Then you'll have 4 Williams.
Yeah. There's a lot of Williams.
We need some better nicknames to come, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what you're going to do with that.
Maybe the other Jalen will just be Jay.
Yeah.
Just call him Jay.
He doesn't, no last name, nothing.
Because his is spelled the exact same way as our Jalen Williams.
Yeah.
So, just J-A-Y.
Yeah. It'll work out.
Yeah.
Imagine how confusing that would be if one person, Jalen said this, and they're like, Which one?
Williams.
Which one?
Oh, okay. Actually, though, about Jalen, they were taught. So I was listening to TMG, Cody Cohn, Noel Miller.
Mm.
I've been listening. I go in phases of where I do and don't listen to podcasts a lot. And since I've been bedazzling a lot,
yeah,
and it's hard to like watch something, I've been listening a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They had to do an ad for the NBA 2K mobile game.
Yeah.
And their producer is from OKC, and he's a huge Thunder fan.
Oh, yeah.
And so they were talking about him in this ad, and they started, like, trying to list off players. And it was the weirdest, like, thing to hear them be like, yeah, you know, you got, like, well, they said Shy, but, like, they got Shea. They have Giddey. They've got Jalen Williams. They got, like, which one?
The other Jalen Williams.
Yeah. And then there's something else they said about some other mention that came up about something related to OKC that I was like, wait, what's this crossover that's happening right now?
OKC is the perfect like team for when you tell a guy that you like basketball and he's like, name 5 players, and you can just be like, Williams. You know, you got 3 right there.
Yeah.
You know?
There's the Williams, the Williams.
You know, like it's just really helpful.
Yeah. I feel like apparently OKC is one of the most winningest teams in the league right now, and they're one
winningest?
of the yeah. That's
okay.
that's a term.
Okay.
Most winningest.
Most winningest.
Yeah, that's how they put it.
All right.
And they're one of the youngest teams in the league. So
yeah, I did know that.
It's a good time to be a Thunder fan.
Yeah.
Not that I was much of one before.
Yeah.
But if I had to, it's like how I feel about baseball. If I had to pick,
mm-hmm.
I was like, I guess I'm a Thunder fan. And then Jalen went there, and I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, well, now
I really
confirmed.
am. But plus you can say they got two hoggies.
Yeah.
Isaiah.
They do it too.
Mm-hmm. I think they mentioned Isaiah Joe too, and then I was like, oh my gosh.
They're just mentioning everybody that I know.
Arkansas.
I know them.
Anytime Arkansas gets a mention in anything, I'm happy.
I know. I'm like, oh, you know? Like,
even if it's a little bit derogatory, I'm kind of like, well, at least they said it.
Like, they know.
Yeah, like when I was rewatching Boy Meets World, there's an episode where they talk about, I think Sean says something about like his uncle being from Arkansas. I'm like, yes, let's go.
No, anytime. I'm like, you know where we are. Like, you know. like every person didn't have to like name all 50 states where they're located, but I still feel like
I don't know. Some people
don't know where we are.
Plus, even I think in Girl Meets World, her mom is from Arkansas. I
Really?
feel like I remember that being a thing because I remember being like, what?
I don't. Topanga?
No. Sabrina Carpenter's mom. Yes. The one that marries Sean.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm trying to.
I'm pretty sure.
Give her a Southern
I think it's
accent.
like one of the very last episodes. Oh, it's the one where it's like the audition and there's the famous girl who she grew up with.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they say something about like back when we were living in Arkansas or something. And I remember being like 14 and being like, Arkansas mentioned.
I mean, maybe they did give her a big Southern accent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if big is the correct term to describe an accent. A very noticeable, thick. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Big.
Big.
I didn't know.
But yeah. What other things have Arkansas? Usually when Arkansas gets mentioned, it's like tornadoes, crime.
Yeah.
People that don't wear shoes.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that Bella Thorne movie to come out.
Yeah.
All kinds of Arkansas left and right.
That'll be so funny.
Once again, I think I told you she's filming another movie about the South. I hope she has to.
I hope it's here.
Just like the thought of Bella Thorne spending 2 separate years in Arkansas
for 2 different projects.
Just very entertaining to me.
Yeah. I don't know. I always think it's weird sometimes when I see like TikTokers are like, oh, like these are great places to hike, and they're like, I love traveling to Arkansas to do this, and I'm like, you're vacationing here?
I mean, it's pretty common.
And then I'm like, oh, like to go hike, yes.
Yeah.
But it's always like, I mean, I don't know. I'm from here. I would never vacation. Well, I mean, I guess I do, but
I always think I haven't like seen it lately, but I remember a couple of years ago, I'd be looking at like different famous TikTokers being like, oh, I'm looking at colleges. And they were all from Dallas, of course, being like, oh, I think I'm going to go look at Arkansas. Being like, what? That's weird.
The Dallas to Arkansas pipeline is true.
Like, there's that one girl. I can't remember her name. I can see her. I think her name was Alex, too. And she was like, gosh, what was her last name? It was some other influencer named Alex before Alex Earl.
Right.
Maybe French, I think was her last name. Or something, and she was from Dallas. And she, like, I think initially announced she was going to go to Arkansas, and then she just didn't go to college.
Yeah, well, that happens too.
But I remember being like, what?
It's good school, easy to get into, and they haven't taken the out-of-state, the non-resident tuition board away yet. So it does it.
I thought they were going to at one point because they got in trouble from the state for having too many people from Texas.
Yeah, well, they are at one point.
Yeah.
I don't remember when they're going to do it, but I know that my brother will get it when he comes up here.
Plus, I'm guessing if it's like they take it away, it'll be like a legacy thing where if you came in and in-state, you'll keep it your 4 years, but new
keep
people.
Us grandfathered in.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's a big financial chunk of money, and that could change.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too worried. I was like, I got it. But I also originally from here, so.
And didn't your parents go here or no?
Mm-mm,
no,
not here.
I thought they did.
My mom went to UAMS in Little Rock, so not really.
UAMS?
Not UAMS.
UALR?
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Same thing. Little letters, you know.
Yeah.
But no, they didn't go here.
I was like, since when did your mom go to medical school?
No, not medical school.
She just straight from high school to med school. That'd be crazy.
That would be.
I actually do know someone who did that. Vaguely. I don't know her well, but she graduated high school last year and is now in medical school.
Yeah, smart people. Not me.
Well, her dad's a professor at the university here, so she definitely grew up. He's like a micro professor, so.
Oh yeah,
she was built for that.
Oh yeah. I just know doing homework at the kitchen table was torturous for her. Ugh.
Yeah, if it's anything like me, anything biology related is torturous. Not loving my genetics class. It's actually not that bad so far, but I just hate biology. Like cells. No, thank you. I want to talk about animals and
yeah.
I don't know. Not biology. Anything but, really.
I took biology online at the community college, so I had it really easy. My labs were on Pearson.
That's nice. I did, when I took micro, nice. I had to do online labs like that. Those were fun.
They are.
I kind of wish I'd been able to do a real lab, but the online ones were very fun. The little simulator. It's like a video game.
Playing a cool, playing a cool math game is what it felt like. But I don't need the biology for my degree, so we did it. It was okay to take it.
If I do my ideal career, I do need to know some biology.
Right.
But specifically if you're doing medicine, it's less of the actual biology and more just the way the body works.
Yeah.
In your day-to-day life, I don't think you're needing to understand cell division.
No.
Or explain it to people.
I've never once used it outside of that class. Hardly used it in biology.
I think it was one time a Jeopardy question, maybe got right, but that's about it.
Trivia.
Oh, Arkansas was a Jeopardy answer the other day.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Don't remember what the question was.
Well, it's probably about
Bill what.
Clinton. I feel like if we have a Jeopardy or trivia question,
because I think it was a celebrity Jeopardy, of course.
Yeah.
I think it may have been. It was the home. I think it was states of presidents. Actually, now that you say that.
Mm-hmm. If it's a trivia question, it's normally him. But then it gets hard though when they're the city, because he was born in Hope, then Hot Springs, and then he's up here for a little bit, and then Little Rock, and so you never really know.
Apparently, back in the day before he was president, when he's on the campaign trail, he visited my grandparents' house.
Oh,
they're not even fans of him, but I just think he just he came to Tawnytown and sat in the living room.
Well, I mean,
wild.
I would let a politician who's tried, no matter if I liked them or not, I'd let them in my house.
I don't know. There's one that I wouldn't. But
Well, yes. There are.
He's a little orange.
Yeah, nowadays.
I don't think I could do that. But
other than that,
pretty much any other one,
Just to say that I had them in my living room.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the ones you win the national championship, they send you to the White House.
Yeah.
If I get to go in the White House,
I'm going in the White House.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't care who's president at the time.
The building itself is a piece of history. Yeah. So
I'm going.
Yeah.
You know the food's probably gonna be good.
Yeah. Whoever the president is, when I get married, I'm gonna send them the wedding invite and get the little presidential letter back. That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's so cool. I don't care who it is. Like I want
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess we can do. Do you want to do hot takes or dad texts?
We can do. Let's go hot takes. We haven't had one in a while.
So tell us here.
My hot take is that nearly every other streaming service created, invented, that's out now is better than Netflix. Specifically in the category of producing original shows. I think that Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Paramount are all producing better original shows than Netflix.
Yeah.
And not only are they producing better shows, but they are keeping their original shows on for more than one season.
Yeah.
And that grinds my gears, Netflix. Your best shows that millions of people are watching, you cancel after one season. For your stupid other shows that no one wants to watch that has the same plot line of the 4 other ones you've put out already.
Yeah.
No.
I think the only other one that may be comparable to Netflix now in terms of like bad business moves is like HBO or Max. Excuse me. Because like their CEO is an idiot and he's like, well, it's way cheaper to make reality TV. I don't care about like normal TV if we can just do reality shows. Okay, well, at some point we get tired of like reality TV.
There's only so many reality shows you can have.
There's only so many crazy people in the world.
Yeah, Max is, but the thing with Max is that it has most of the shows or movies that you want to watch on it already, which is nice.
Yeah, as long as they don't take off shows.
Right, which they normally don't.
No, I heard though that they're starting to, because they're losing money because their CEO is an idiot, they're starting to loan their different shows to other services. So like, I think it was like Sex and the City is going to Netflix now.
Oh, yeah.
And just so they can make money.
Yeah.
But if Max you just made better business moves.
Has the capability of producing great shows.
Well, like
great
HBO
originals.
was like the company for making original series for years.
They need to get back on that because their shows were good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. And Netflix either cancels their good shows too early or they let their good shows run too long and they start ruining it. Like Stranger Things. Great show. But it could be over. Like, even the actors want you to wrap it up.
Yeah. I feel like the same could be said about the CW, like the network.
Yeah.
Their shows go on, like, I mean, they had Riverdale.
Yeah.
They had Supernatural.
Riverdale.
Supernatural's about to have a 16th season, apparently.
It doesn't need
And it,
one.
like, they had, like, a huge ending. So my old roommate is, like, a big Supernatural fan. They had a huge end of the series, 15th season. I wasn't there that night because she was like, I'm going to cry when I watch it. I was like, all right, you do you, girl. I will go to a friend's house. Like, it was a whole thing. And now they're like, oh, we're going to make another season. It's like, okay, just if you're going to let something die, then let it die. Like, we don't need.
Like, let it be over. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know, people will still go back and rewatch it. Like, it's fine.
I'm a huge show rewatcher.
You will still make revenue off of it. Relax.
Yeah, it's just.
Riverdale was bad. It started off.
I refused to watch it from the beginning because I just foresaw that it was going to go to a terrible place.
I was never a big, like, I, like, used it as background noise because it was, like, it was a half-decent show. Like, it wasn't bad at the beginning. So I was like, oh, this is, like, perfect background TV show, you know? And then it just spiraled into, I don't even know.
Well, I remember my senior year, some of my friends for like a Halloween party that we had were like, oh, we're going to be the Bettys or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, from that show Riverdale, and they're like, yeah, and I was like, all right, girl,
Okay.
you do you. That was like first season, and then it just went
After
so
the first
far
season, it
downhill.
was not good. But like, Netflix is canceling like their good shows after one season, and so now I kind of refuse to watch a Netflix original unless it's already been renewed for a second season, which they wait forever after their first one to see how it does before they renew it.
Yeah.
So I just can't do it. And then this show doesn't do bad, and
Yeah.
they still don't renew it.
Well, and if they like, I also don't understand if they get so much pushback from people being like, hey, like, renew this show after they've announced it. Just go back and be like, actually, we've decided to renew it.
Like, hey, our bad.
That can't be that hard to
No. Because what? Those actors that you just cut from a job, you're saying they're not going to come back?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
They're suddenly jobless.
Yeah,
like,
they need money. That's how acting works.
Yeah.
Like, let's
handle the crew.
Right, like, let's be so for real. You could do it. It would be okay.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's bad.
I still stand on Apple TV as the superior streaming show. Although I did see an argument that, like, because they pour so much money into their shows that they're almost too perfectly made. Yeah. Like, where it's, like, so cinematic.
It's
and, like,
it's a little too good.
Yeah, that they're, like, sometimes you just miss, like, shaky cam a little bit here and there, like a classic sitcom, like,
yeah,
vibe.
I do love a good sitcom vibe.
A little multi-camera action. Because, yeah, I understand that, that sentiment. It's just, like, but their shows are just so good, and the movies.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Prime is up there with Apple TV. And I wouldn't say it's past that. I don't have Apple TV, so I can't comment.
Yeah.
But I think Prime's got good shows. Their originals are good. The only thing with Prime is that, like, there's, like, different levels of Prime or whatnot.
Yeah.
And so not everything's just, like, free. But then to rent stuff is only, like, $1.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh, this
I
is
do love
okay.
a good Disney Plus.
I
honestly probably watch the most on there. Especially now because they integrated Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of nice. So you can just watch it all on there.
I do love a good Disney Plus. I am watching a show. I love that Disney Plus gave us access to just, like, National Geographic stuff whenever. A good shark documentary.
Love that.
I got all my roommates hooked on How to Catch a Smuggler. That's a National Geographic documentary right now.
Nice.
Next we're going Locked Up Abroad. So, you know.
My dad loves nature documentaries, but he unfortunately is not able to watch them now if the dogs are in the house.
Yeah.
One of our dogs loves to watch TV, and she hates when animals are on the TV. And she barks at them.
Yeah, that could get old real fast.
Yeah. He also tried to watch a dinosaur one the other day, and she freaked out at that too.
Yeah.
So, real or fake? Well, I mean, dinosaurs are real, but, like, they don't live anymore.
Yeah, not the pictures that they're showing of these dinosaurs.
So they do say they're going to try to Jurassic Park it sometime soon.
Did you guys not watch the movies? Is it not on your streaming service? Because it didn't end well.
I feel like, though, if in real life, if they did it, they would be smart enough to not make an entire, like, park full of 100 different ones.
Really? You think?
I feel like if they did one...
We're commercializing space. You don't think they're going to
commercialize
dinosaurs?
I just think researchers would try to make one and see what happened first before they ever went any further.
Yeah, till Elon Musk buys it.
Well, fair. But, you know.
And then, or Jeff Bezos, and then all of a sudden, instead of drones delivering your Amazon packages, it's like a T-Rex.
You know, I feel like out of all the male billionaires, the most, like, chill, can't say normal because he's definitely not a normal person, but, like, Mark Zuckerberg, he's just chilling.
Yeah.
He's got, like, a...
You know, little data privacy.
He's got, like, a mostly normal family.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, he's, like, been married to the same person for however many years. He's got kids that don't hate him, as far as we know.
So true.
Like, out of all of them.
Like, you don't see him at the Met Gala, you know, like...
Yeah.
I think he just goes to work, comes home.
And you don't really hear from him much.
No.
Which I think is nice. We don't need to hear from them. Looking at you, Elon. Like, yeah, no. I mean, if we're going to pick a billionaire, it's going to be Taylor Swift, but...
Yeah. Up there. I love a good Mark Cuban. If we're picking rich white men, I think Mark Cuban's a good way to go.
Yeah, no.
Have you seen his daughter's TikToks? They're funny.
No. Big fan of the online pharmacy service where he was like, I'm gonna make drugs cheap for people. I'm like, all right, sick. Good for you, dude.
Yeah, big fan. Like, if we had to choose, I'd put him up there.
Not that I really like want to put them above anybody else, but like, you know, if I had to choose, probably Mark would.
Mark would be up. You know, he's got his hand in the basketball. He does a little Shark Tank stuff. Like, interesting guy.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. That's what I'm picking. If we're drafted.
Yeah.
Millionaires, billionaires, rich white men. He's the first overall pick.
Yeah, there you go.
You know? And then, like, Jason Kelce.
I don't think he counts compared to them in terms of money.
No, but, like, he's got enough of it that I think...
Yeah, fair.
It works. You know? Like, he's not uber rich, but, like, he's mega rich.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I think...
Both of them.
Yeah.
And if you're going to throw Travis in there, you got to make sure you get Taylor.
Obviously.
Since she's up there.
Yeah, she's more Mark Cuban level.
Yeah, I think... How much money does Mark Cuban have? Because she might...
I don't know.
Let's find
out. He has a lot. You don't really have to work on the specifics, because if it's a lot, it's a lot, you know?
Oh, he's worth more than Taylor.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He does own, like, almost everything.
Yeah. Didn't he say he was gonna, like, give up the Mavericks or something? Like, sell them? I thought that was, like, a whole thing he talked about.
I don't know. I know he loves the Mavericks.
Oh, yeah. He was on the 28th. He was in the process of selling his share.
Mm.
So now he doesn't have a majority share. He has a minority share.
There you go.
But he wanted to purchase the Pittsburgh Pirates, but was rebuffed.
This is Penguins. Oh, I thought you were seeing Pittsburgh Penguins. I was like, what?
Baseball.
Mm.
No. Yeah, no. Interesting guy.
Yeah.
Many legal issues.
Well.
SEC insider trading allegation. Oh, not sports SEC. The real one.
No,
from the government.
Security and Exchange Commission.
There was a...
That is hard. No one talks about that, being in the business school and an SEC school, trying to figure out when your professor is talking about the Southeastern Conference or the Security Exchange Commission. It happens more than you would think.
Whenever we're trying to get all my employment stuff together, they had like a confusion about my tax documents because they could use all the stuff from last year but didn't realize that it was in there. And so someone had to like go in and manually do all this stuff. So my boss, technically, she asked me if it got like all figured out, and I was like, I think so. Hopefully the IRS doesn't come and knock on my door because someone told me it was handled, and I think that means that it was.
That's all I know.
Yeah, I was like, I was told that I'm good, so hopefully I'm good. But also, it's not like I'm making that much money, so I don't know what the IRS really wants from me. Yeah.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, anyways.
That's all.
Good times.
What you got for today?
Yep.
Go be a world-class athlete.
Go be a world-class athlete. Bye. Wow, that was like...
We harmonized on that one.
Yeah, for real.
It's